These were the small screen gifts that just kept on giving. Hey guys, it's Phoebe with WatchMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most rewatchable TV episodes of all time.
I thought you were a dog.
We're ranking those classic television episodes that never seem to get old. Warning, if you haven't seen these episodes, then spoilers lie ahead. Let's get to it. Number 10, Bad News, How I Met Your Mother. Some of the best sitcoms of all time have balanced out memorable moments of drama within their comedic narrative. How I Met Your Mother handled this quite well throughout its nearly decade-long run, such as this episode from its 6th season.
Man, this is great. I was expecting bad news. I really was.
Bad News uses a subtle countdown of sorts as numbers run down from 50 to 1, after which Jason Segel's Marshall receives some devastating news. The episode actually uses a side plot of Lily and Marshall trying to conceive to fake the audience into believing that there isn't going to be any bad news.
So, I understand you want to get pregnant.
As a result, the devastating reveal of Marshall's dad suffering a fatal heart attack is as shocking now as it was the first time the episode aired back in 2011. Number 9, The Day Will Come When You Won't Be, The Walking Dead. The 6th season finale of The Walking Dead was a merciless tease, a fit-inducing bait-and-switch that left fans dying to know which member of Rick Grimes' group was going to meet their demise.
We can talk about it. Done talking. Time to listen.
It wasn't until the 7th season opener where fans finally got the payoff as to who was on the business end of Negan's baseball bat, Lucille. To be fair, however, it was sort of worth the wait, with Glenn's death basically being a near-perfect panel-to-screen adaptation from the comics. Additionally, the bonus shock of Abraham getting the boot was a surprising and gruesome deviation from the source material, making this episode one of the best of the entire series.
You can breathe. You can blink. You can cry.
Number 8, Remedial Chaos Theory, Community. Who says you can't take daring structural risks in a sitcom? Remedial Chaos Theory did just that during the 3rd season of Community, an episode where something as innocuous as grabbing pizza turns into one epic narrative. 7 different timelines are offered, all depending on which character goes down to grab the pizza.
Okay. Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you are now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am.
Some end happily, while others end very dark. But in the end, it's the journey that we care about as the audience. The episode was inspired by classic films such as Akira Kurosawa's Rashomon, and it shows, with its wit and variety shining through in a tight script from Chris McKenna. Remedial Chaos Theory is just an episode that keeps us coming back again and again. Number 7, Dinner Party, The Office. Okay, so who loves a little bit of cringe in their life?
All right, my turn. My turn.
If so, then may we direct your attention to this episode from the 4th season of The Office. In the world of hot messes, it's simply a perfect storm, as a dinner party thrown by Michael Scott and Jan Levinson goes horribly awry. The jokes, sight gags, and awkwardness reach a fever pitch as Jan tries to pawn her candle business on Michael's people, dances strangely to a mix CD, and argues with Michael loudly as everyone is forced to watch.
That is a $200 plasma screen TV you just killed!
It's a meltdown of hilarious proportions, and an episode that's truly beloved by fans. It may make you want to melt in your seat a little, but trust us, it's worth it. Number 6, One for the Road, Cheers. There's something bittersweet about series finales. On one hand, it's important to say goodbye to characters you've grown to love, especially if their stories have come to a natural end.
I still keep thinking, though, I want some kind of change in my life.
Yet we're also selfish about our media, wanting to hold it close in our hearts forever. Luckily, we have this picture-perfect send-off from one of television's finest comedies. Every character in the bar receives attention, but it's the return of Shelley Long that helped make this one of the most viewed television finales ever.
Hello, everyone.
We won't spoil whether or not Sam and Diane make a go of it, but one thing's for sure. When Sam straightens Coach's Geronimo painting, says we're closed, and turns the lights out, there is not a dry eye in the house. Number 5, the last one, Friends.
You have given us so many great times.
Speaking of series finales, Friends is in many ways the Cheers of its generation, and accumulated to an equally satisfying conclusion. The last one possesses all of the ingredients for a classic sitcom send-off, with all of the cast getting their respective storylines fulfilled with respect and dignity. Whether it's Ross and Rachel finally going the distance, or Chandler and Monica moving out to start a family, we're reminded of why we like these people in the first place, and why we care about their fictional well-being.
Oh my God, did you get off the plane? Did you get off the plane?
I got off the plane.
Friends made its fans want to see these people succeed and be happy, and what more could you want from quality television storytelling? Number 4, Pine Barrens, The Sopranos. Here's a question. Are fans entitled to every bit of information? This is, in part, what makes Pine Barrens so rewatchable, as it ends with one very loose thread. Part of the episode's plot finds Polly and Christopher dealing with a Russian named Valerie.
The Russians? They're not all bad.
The latter escapes from Chris and Polly by hiding in the woods after the pair presume he's doomed, and we, the audience, never get an answer as to Valerie's fate. In addition to being refreshingly funny for a drama series, people could not stop talking about this episode after it aired due to the lingering mystery. Fans have speculated wildly about what happened to the Russian, although creator David Chase claims a Boy Scout troop found him after he suffered brain damage.
Why does everything gotta be so hard?
Number 3, The Contest, Seinfeld. So we'd love to cheat here and say that every episode of Seinfeld is rewatchable, but we'd be here all day.
Really?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
For this entry, we're going to go with The Contest, as it's simply one of the best examples of how this show about nothing made something this silly so compelling. The plot? Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer make a bet as to who can go the longest without, losing control of their domain.
But are you still master of your domain?
I am king of the county.
That's it. It's more the execution of this simple yet brilliant idea that keeps us coming back. Maybe it's the euphemisms and catchphrases that get us, or just the sheer ridiculousness of it all, but The Contest just makes us remember why Seinfeld was just the best. Number 2, Battle of the Bastards, Game of Thrones. If there was any doubt that prestige television was a thing, let us point a clear path to this 6th season episode of Game of Thrones. Titled Battle of the Bastards, the episode shows how grand a scale and epic a narrative television can create when the attention and budget are properly in place. The battles of Winterfell and Meereen spare no expense when it comes to staging fight choreography and spectacle that rivals any big-budget Hollywood blockbuster.
Now.
Cavalry!
The main difference here, however, is that the television medium raises the stakes, possessing enough backstory and history to make us hang on every hurled insult and sword swing, as if our lives depended on it. And we discover something new every time. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Ozymandias, Breaking Bad. For many, Breaking Bad was the show of its time. Appointment television that took Hollywood to task with its evocative visual style, award-winning acting, and enthralling scripts.
So that's what got this party started, huh?
Similarly, Ozymandias always seems to rise to the top for Breaking Bad fans when it comes to the series' best episodes. Characters and actors alike bear their souls for the camera, tying into the titular poem from Percy Bysshe Shelley with themes of loss, power, and grief. Be warned, Ozymandias is heavy-duty stuff, and not for those with weak constitutions for tragic drama.
I watched Jane die. I was there.
Still, its near perfection makes us return, like gluttons for punishment, every single time. Ozymandias is definitely the best episode of one of the best series of all time. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below or tweet me at Phoebe_WM. And check out this video.